I'm feeling kind of cute. So, what's up, guys? It's Bria. Welcome to my channel. Before I really get started in on the topic, I just want to say I got this headband from Amazon. I got like a pack of headbands like this, different colors. Someone tell me, what do we think about this? Because I went to dinner with this headband on and I'm kind of feeling it. But I also feel like it's making my already big head larger. I'm not really aiming for that, but it's cute. So I think I'm just gonna do my thing. If anyone is interested in this headband, it gives me like Tudor fashion-esque vibes and I'm kind of digging it. But if anyone's interested, I'll link the Amazon link in the description box just in case. But today we're not talking about headbands. We're talking about the summer jobs that I applied to. I have applied to 4 jobs so far. 1, 2, 3. No, 3. I've only applied to 3 jobs for this summer. The 4th one, I'm just being lazy. I need to apply to that one. But on a tangent, I hate applying for jobs. That is the one thing, beyond interviewing, which I know for some people can be like, ugh. But for me, the worst part about having to apply for these seasonal jobs every season or whatever is the applications. No one has yet to tell me, why do I have to upload my resume and then also type in the actual application, my job history? So why do I need to do both? Why am I typing in my job experience and also uploading my resume? That no one has been able to explain it to me. And so, to be honest, your girl gets real lazy with that. With the whole listing my job experience. I'm like, you're wasting my time, Jim. You're wasting my time because I just uploaded my resume. You're not even gonna look at what I'm typing out. So why are you wasting my time? It's fine. It's fine. I just want to get that out there because it's one of the reasons why I haven't applied to it it's one of the reasons why I haven't applied to the 4th job, because I'm just anticipating the waste of time. I'm just like, why are you doing this to me? I'm already lazy enough. I don't need reasons to procrastinate. Okay? I can make them up myself. All right. So, I don't know a whole lot about all of these jobs, to be honest. I know that the first one I'm going to mention is the only one I've had an interview for as of right now. So the first one is Experience Alaska Tours in Ketchikan, Alaska. And I applied to be a dock representative. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. So basically, well, I'll go ahead and say all of the jobs that I'm going to mention that I've applied to and the one that I am going to apply to, I'm going to link them down in the description as well if anyone is interested and thinks they want to apply. So the Experience Alaska Tour job, it pays $13 an hour. I think all of the seasonal jobs pay $13. The dock representative job is sort of a position that helps facilitate the transportation between the company and then the guests that are departing the cruise ship. So most of the guests, if not all of the guests, to this tour company are coming from cruise ships. And so they're doing different tours with the company and they're coming from the cruise ships. And of course, if you've ever been on a cruise, it's very timely. You gotta, you're disembarking at a certain time and then you're embarking at a certain time. And so the dock representative job is supposed to help smooth all that out and make sure people are getting to where they're supposed to go, yada, 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 yada. It seemed really cool. And I had the interview last week. And there were some things, some big ticket things that I was looking at on their job posting that had me interested in the job. one thing in particular, if you do look, is that they offer a $1,500 season like completion bonus. So some places will offer like an incentive, a monetary amount to complete the whole season. And I ain't gonna lie, that $1,500 was looking kind of nice. Like, money. What I really want to see is money. But with that, like, I also know, like, there are other things that I, of course, have to look at to make sure that this is something that I want to do. And so there's also some other issues that I found once I was interviewing and kind of asking questions, and they were telling me more things about it. I thought, like, there was cell service there at the tour company, but when I spoke to the woman, she said there really wasn't. And like, I knew it was like it is a kind of remote type of area. Not so remote though, because it's only like I think it's a 20-minute drive into town where there's like a Safeway and a Walmart and all this stuff. So that's not that bad to me. But she was like, yeah, I read the posting and I know it said fair for like cell phone service, but she was like, there's like none. And I was like, none? Okay. So that was like, and then the last thing, which is really important to me, if you continue to watch my videos, if you've watched some of the previous ones, I'll talk a lot about how I don't have a car. And so transportation is very important to me when I apply and choose to go to a place. And I think I like misread. I think I misinterpreted the part of the job posting that talked about transportation. So when I read it, it made it seem like you could use the company vehicles to go to church, to go into town to get food, yada 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 yada. And when I talked to her and, you know, whoever was there, I can't remember his name, that wasn't the case. She was saying that, yeah, they could shuttle people into town if they needed to get things. And then also Safeway does like online orders where you can like pick it up. And she's like, yeah, because we also send people out to pick up the orders. And I'm like, that's not what I thought it was going to be. And this place, you have to like cook your own food. There's a kitchen, of course, but like there's no cafeteria. So you're basically on your own to provide yourself with food. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna be waiting for someone to go pick up my pickup order from Safeway, or having to ask people to drive the shuttle to get me to town. And then I didn't even like the way that they were like answering that question. It seemed like they weren't quite sure. And so it kind of was like red flag for me on that. Yeah, I was just like, I don't really like the way you're answering this. They just weren't very confident about it. And then the last thing, like I mentioned, you are responsible with this job for providing yourself with food. You have to cook your food, you have to go buy groceries, all that jazz. That's not a problem. The problem is the pay is only $13 an hour. And if you've ever looked up buying like groceries, the cost of groceries in Alaska, there are tons of videos about how expensive it is to buy groceries in Alaska. And at $13 an hour, I'm just thinking like, that's not gonna work. Like, I already knew if I was even going to take the job that I would have to be making more than 13, because I don't think it's gonna work. So after talking to them, I think I had a pretty decent interview. But if they offer it to me, I don't think I'm gonna take it. To be honest, it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, and I already have issues here with my cell service because I'm up here in the mountains. I'm not trying to go backwards. I'm not trying to do worse than where I already am right now. Okay, so all right, so the next job I don't really know a whole lot about, like Asticou. Let me check. Let me just check. Hold on one second. Okay, so I did want to check, and the next place that I applied to I think, I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's Asticou. Asticou. I don't know. Asticoun. Asticou in. I don't know. But I applied, and I think I applied to be a front desk agent, which is pretty much in my wheelhouse. But I am looking at the Coolworks job posting, and I don't see any mention of pay. There's not a whole lot of like real specifics on their job posting. So that's like not great. This place is at, let's see, where is it? It's Northeast Harbor, Maine. Northeast Harbor, Maine, I believe. Yeah, Northeast Harbor, Maine. So one of the pluses about this place is that you really wouldn't need a car. And there are buses. Apparently there are free buses around the island that make it really easy to get around. So that's like a plus for me without having a car. 3 meals a day are served in the employee lounge, which, while I do love the freedom to go and buy your own food and make your own food, I'm not a great cook. And I often find that because I don't know how to budget for groceries and I don't know how to cook a lot, I end up spending more money cooking and buying groceries than I would if I was just eating eating employee meals, like if I was paying for a meal plan. So meals are provided for employees. On-site housing, all of the jobs that I'm talking about will have housing. Rooms are shared. I think all the jobs I'm applying to have shared accommodations. So there's that, shared accommodations and shared bathrooms. This is not in the middle of nowhere. This is not a remote job. So there is cell service, internet service, all that jazz. I don't know how much it is. I don't know how much the room and board is. So I don't really know a whole lot about this one. Although I did look at the location, and I would really like to work there. I think the location's great for exploring the area. It's like right next door to Glacier National Park. Looks beautiful. I would love to explore. And so that's really, Asticou is really the top of my list right now as far as like where I would actually feel like I would like to go. I just don't know what the pay looks like and what the room and board is, so that may be like a deal breaker. So there's that. And it also says on here that there's an end of season bonus, which is like great. I love an end of season bonus. I just don't know how much it is. So I'm hoping they get in contact with me because I'm really trying to figure out like the timing and when I'll be needed. This job in particular, it looks like they open mid-May and close at the end of October. I didn't mention it for the Alaska job, but I think they're mid-April to like early November or something like that. I'll put extra information on the screen. The last job that I've actually already applied to is Gurney's Montauk in Newport, Rhode Island. And this job is a concierge job. Now, this is another one that I don't know a whole lot about. And to be honest, this is a leftover job that I'd seen like last year. And because of that, I actually don't think it's still on Coolworks. This is just something that I kept in like my back pocket for later, because when I was looking to leave Vermont, I believe, I saw Gurney's Montauk, the other one, that's like another one like New York or something like that, and it was paying like $17 an hour, and I feel like housing was either free or just included. And so I just kept it in my back pocket for later. And so I applied for the one in Rhode Island because the one in New York was not hiring for like the positions that I'm used to. And so the one in Rhode Island at least had a concierge position. They didn't have a front desk, but they had concierge. So I applied to that one. Again, this is not a remote place. It is pretty well like populated area, so that's great. I don't know too much about public transportation with that area, but I don't think there'd be an issue with me getting around just from how like populated the area looks. It just looks like it's in the middle of a city, so that's great. All right, so after looking more into the location where the Gurney's job is in Rhode Island, Newport, Rhode Island, I don't know yet if the company provides shuttles. If they don't, I think I'll need a bike because there isn't any public transportation in that area. Even though things are relatively close to the hotel, I still think that it'd be a far walk to some of these locations, like some like pharmacies and grocery stores and stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to have to buy a bike because I will most certainly have to get rid of it before I left that job, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna type it into CoolWorks and see if it comes up. I don't think it will. Gurney's, but it was there when I last checked when I was at Vermont, but it's not here anymore. So yeah, Gurney's, Montauk, they have one in New York and then one in Rhode Island. Again, because they're not on CoolWorks anymore, I have even less information here. So again, I only know based on what I saw at last that it may be around $17 an hour. I hope so, but I don't know what the room and board fees are, if any. So yeah. So I haven't heard back from any of these other places yet. I just put in applications maybe a week or two ago, but I'm hoping that I start getting some emails this month because I have to I do get nervous with seasonal jobs because I think that I don't have like a whole lot of money saved up, and that causes me to be nervous about getting too close to the end of my contract here or with whatever job I'm at currently and not knowing yet where I'm going. Like the closer and closer I get to the end of my contract, when I still don't know where I'm going next, it makes me nervous. So I just like to kind of have an idea of where I'm going. So the last place that I have yet to apply to is, let's see, the Pursuit Collection Glacier Park jobs. So like Pursuit Collection is the name of the company, and they have lodges in Glacier National Park. And so I was going to apply to a front desk position at one of the lodges. Again, this one is also not listed on CoolWorks. For the ones that aren't on CoolWorks, I'll just list their career page. I'll link to the career page down in the description. And I don't know a whole lot about this one. Well, actually, hold on. I lie. I just thought about it. Pursuit is on CoolWorks. So I'll list the CoolWorks link. Hold on. Pursuit. Spelling is not my forte. Yeah. I'm lying. I'm sorry. Pursuit Collection is on CoolWorks. So they just don't have a whole lot of information here. So front desk associate. It tells you the start date is around May 1st, so that tells you that. Housing is included, meals are provided, but as far as I know, there are some locations where they have like an employee cafeteria where you can pay like daily for meals, and then some places are nearer to or in a town where you can actually go and buy food to cook. Like they have like cooking setup. So yeah, so here it says if you go to the Glacier Park Collection by Pursuit page on CoolWorks, it says that the meal plan at our all-inclusive locations, St. Mary Village and Glacier Park Lodge, is $7.50 a day and includes access to employee dining areas between meal times for quick snacks or whatever. But then it says our West Glacier, Columbia Falls, Apgar Village, and Whitefish housing units have shared kitchen spaces. So team members have the opportunity to dictate their own meals and diets. I would rather, again, like I said, I can't cook. I spend more money in the grocery store. I'd rather be in one of the locations that have an employee dining hall, but I don't know if any of those locations were hiring for the front desk. So I think that's also why I kind of just haven't done it yet, because I think I'm going to have to call and see, but I may just end up applying. I may just apply and then see what the heck they say. So it looks like their summer season goes from May, June to September, October. It's not bad. So yeah, there are also some areas, this is also why I've been kind of waiting on this one. Glacier Park is massive, and there are some locations within this company's lodges that are close to like Amtrak stations, and then some of them that are just so far out that a personal car would be somewhat necessary. So yeah, those are the jobs that I've applied to, and then the Glacier Park one is the one that I have not yet applied to, but I definitely will apply to. I really haven't heard much about many of these places. Asticou and Experience Alaska tour job, like both of those, I've heard like nothing about. I haven't heard anything bad about the Pursuit collection, since it is a big company. And a lot of people do go to Glacier. A lot of people do want to go to Glacier. I think if I remember correctly, I heard some good things, no bad things about the Pursuit collection. But yeah, so before we end the video, I do want to give a quick update about my job here at the YMCA of the Rockies. So I'm sure I mentioned it at some point, but my contract here, when I say contract, I don't mean like a legally binding contract. I just mean like most seasonal jobs, you're expected to stay for a certain amount of time. It's understood that you'll stay until this time, yada, yada, yada. With the YMCA of the Rockies, because it is like an all year round place, you tell them like somewhere between, I think, 3 months and 8 months, I think. You can stay anywhere between that amount of time, and you tell them how long you want to stay. And so it was agreed upon that I would stay until February 21st. That would be my last day of work. However, I extended my stay here until March 21st. And that's actually because I don't have a lot of money saved up, so I can't end up being like without a job for 2 months straight. And most of these jobs for the summer don't even want anybody until like the beginning of May, maybe the end of April. And leaving at the end of February from here would just leave me with too much time. And so I decided that I would just kind of like close that gap, so that I don't have too much time at home. Yeah, so there's that. So yeah, I'll be here until March. Well, my last day here is March 21st. I'll likely leave here. I already bought my ticket. I am leaving here on March 22nd. So there's that update. If you guys have any suggestions for places that I could go in the summertime, I would love to hear about it. If you have any questions, of course, drop it in the comment section. I read every comment that I get. And again, headband, yes or no? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I don't know. I just feel like it's attracting attention, which isn't bad. Like, hello, it's not bad, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Ding. I still don't like that. I don't like that. I still don't like it.